What's going on, guys? We back with another one, and you guys know me. You come to my channel, you watch my content. You guys know that I'm always gonna keep it a full beam with you. It's never gonna be half a beam with me. And you guys know I just played that Pyro Playground, that tag demo, and I got to thinking, like, man, we have to think about how we use our ships now and what ships we're gonna be actually using. So in today's video, man, I'm just gonna be talking more ships. What ships are essential for Pyro, and I'm also going to include a few ships that are currently not in the game right now. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. We're gonna start with our first ship. That is this little guy right here. We got the C8R Pisces. This ship is going to be essential for Pyro, and you already know it's a mobile medbed, and that is because it can fit inside other ships. You can put this inside a Hercules. I'm not sure if you can fit this inside of a Caterpillar. I haven't tried yet, but for sure, this fits inside the Hercules chassis. So this ship is on my list for essential ships for Pyro. So let's get into the next ship, and we're gonna keep on the medical train. Where is it at? I think I went past it. No, I didn't. I didn't. Hold on. My next ship is going to be the Drake Cutlass Red. Another ship that is essential for Pyro. And I also want to make this point too, guys. If you're going to be a solo player, Pyro is going to be a rough place for you. I played Pyro by myself, you know what I'm saying, for almost upward of 8 hours, and it was rough. There were times where I fell out my ship and I died. There were times I was in a cave and the vault mechanics weren't working, so I had to start all over again. So, guys, if you're going to go out by yourselves, it's going to be rough. Having a crewed ship, I think at this point is essential. Like, you need a crewed ship. So, staying with Drake, you know what I'm saying? A Cutlass Red, a mobile med bed, because you never know what's going to happen out there in the verse. And I think that just being prepared, you know what I'm saying, is just going to be, it's just the right move. You know what I'm saying? Like why would you not have a medical ship? Because think about it. If something happens to you, you get like an injury, you're going to have to go all the way back to a medical station or like one of the space stations, right? And that's going to take time, you know what I'm saying? And just having that out there is going to be good. Another essential ship, I think, sticking with Drake, is going to be the Cutlass Blue. Let's get the blue up in here. Okay. Obviously, we know why the Cutlass Blue is going to be essential. And this is because you can set up interdiction points at any place and you're not going to get any crime stat for it, right? So think about it like this, guys. As it sits right now, I don't know if they're talking about changing this or thinking about changing this. But as of right now, the space stations, guys, you can set up interdiction points around those space stations. And the only reason why it wasn't being done, I think, in this testing is because people don't have access to their full fleet of ships, right? I think if somebody had a Cutlass Blue out there, you're going to start seeing a lot of interdiction zones and a lot of extortions around these space stations. So if that's the style of gameplay you want to get into, hey, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm going to say it like this too. The light fighter guys, my light fighter boys, these guys are mostly going to be sticking around the space stations because, you know, them traveling around the verse and just having, you know, the access to the landing pads and like all that stuff to the refuel and rearm, that ain't going to be a thing, bro. So it's just like, if we haven't started PvP practice already, we need to start, bro. Like, I need to start doing more PvP myself. You know what I'm saying? I dabble with it with my boy Winners every now and then, but it's more prevalent now more than ever, especially if you're talking about going into Pyro. All right. I'm going to get into the next ship, in which I think will be essential for Pyro. Going with Crusader, I'm going with the Spirit A1. Why do I think the A1 will be essential? And this is because when this ship gets it's fixed with its hull, with the shields and the weapons, this will be a ship that you and another player, you and a friend can fly around, and you can do the missions. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have any cargo space, but you can go around and you can do missions. You can bomb outposts. I know that CIG guys, you really need to fix these bombs and them not killing NPCs. That's a problem. If I drop a bomb on an outpost, square like on the nose, that thing the NPCs just need to be gone. They need to be evaporated. So can y'all fix that, please? And that's just not a Pyro issue. That's the issue in 3.2 and 3.21, 3.21 right now. If I could talk, it's late, guys. I'm back to back on these videos right now. I got one uploading. I'm doing this one. I got another one in the chamber coming soon. So make sure you guys do me a favor and like this content. I'm trying to build a new PC, and all I ask is like, guys, just don't skip the ads, man. If you see the ads, just know that that's how I'm making the money, and that's going towards, building a new PC. So just don't skip the ads. It'll help me out greatly. Thank you. Yeah. So the A1 I think is going to be pretty essential. If you don't have one, I say get one, try it out at IAE, fly it around. If you like it, add it to your fleet. I think it'd be a great ship to do the PvE stuff. I'm not sure about the PvP stuff because it hasn't really been fixed yet, so we have to check that at a later date. But I'm still going to put it on the list now because they're talking about this ship being fixed in the future for Star Citizen. So we're going to move on. We are going to move on to another ship which I think is highly essential. Highly essential. And this is the A2. I said this before, and I'll say it again. Okay? I think that the A2 is going to be the best cruise ship for Pyro. It has a big quantum drive. It can get around the verse. And I think that we're going to have to think about how we change and we use our quantum drives as well, because with, Pyro being so big, I think that me personally, I'll sacrifice that travel time to save on the quantum fuel so I don't have to refuel. I'll probably go with a more efficient quantum drive when going to Pyro. So in Stanton, I'll probably use, the VK00 or whatever. But in Stanton, I'll probably use something else. I'll probably use something I don't even know what the most efficient one is for the A2, but I know the stock one's pretty quick. But yeah, I think this ship crewed because you can put a Pisces inside, you can put cargo inside, you can put ground vehicles inside. It has plenty of weapons for your crew, and I just think all around it's going to be one of the better ships. Of course, we can't forget we got the 4 size 10 gifts from Lord Christ Roberts himself. So, what I'm saying? It's on the list. Moving on, I'm going to come down here to a ship that's currently not in game. But I feel that this ship is going to be very, very essential. I'm gonna go ahead and put both of them in here, man. We got to add both of these ships. Okay, we got to add both of these to the list right here. And these are the Apollos, man. And the reason I say the Apollos are going to be essential for Pyro, these ships are going to be for anybody who is trying to build themselves up as a medic and build that medical reputation. Okay? Like, if you actually want to get into medical gameplay, Pyro is going to be the place for you. But do know that if you are in Pyro and you see a rescue beacon pop up and you're going to be a medic, I'm going to zoom in because I got to, the A2's kind of dwarfing them right now. I want you guys to be able to see them up close. But if you get in a medical beacon in Pyro, man, just understand one thing. It could be a trap. You know what I'm saying? It might be a trap. Hey, look. We already know how that goes in Stanton. And anything goes in Pyro. There's essentially no rules. So if you're trying to build yourself up as a medic, you come across a medical beacon and it ain't who they say it is, or they got some ballistas out there hey, just be ready for a fight at all times. Work on your FPS. I said this before in my live stream. I'll continue to reiterate this, man. Whatever ship that you're flying into Pyro, you need to know how that ship operates, man. You need to know how that ship flies, how many G's you can pull in it, how fast you can turn in it. Does it stay level when you turn? Does it nose dip? Know how your ship flies. Get it out in Arena Commander. Fly it around. You know what I'm saying? Take it in atmosphere. Fly it around, because the atmosphere on these planets out there in Pyro is different, man. It's different, bro. So just keep that in mind. One thing I wish they would add, though, a good thing from Starfield that it has, is it shows you the gravity on each planet. Like, you get like a little information about that. So I hope they can add that into the game. That way we can just kind of like game plan, and we kind of know like what's happening on the planets. And we just need to know how we can move, especially for people who like to bomb like me. That gravity is important, because I need to know how fast that bomb is going to drop. But I digress. Another good ship that's going to be essential, I think, for Pyro, I'm going to add the Zeus on here. Where's the Zeus at? The Mark II, the MR. A lot of the color's blue. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of the same capabilities. I'm not going to get into the colors of blue versus this, because I still want to make a video about those two ships. It's just like everything's been moving so quick. I haven't had time to get to it. Pyro came out, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Look, guys, I'm rocking, I'm rolling right now, baby. Let's go. The Mark II is important. The same thing about the Lagrange points and the stations. You can set up interdiction points. But the cool thing about this ship is a transport pods it has inside of it. I think that potentially, and this is me smoking that hopium. This is me huffing the hopium. That's what I wanted to say. It's me huffing that. There could potentially be missions where you have to go to Pyro, retrieve somebody, a bounty, bring them back to Stanton. I would love to see missions like that. I think those are great missions. It's a long mission. It's engaging gameplay, and it's something you can grab a couple of buddies. Y'all can go do that. You know what I'm saying? Also, going back to the A2 real quick, for the facility raids, for the UGFs, I believe the A2 is going to be essential. You feel me? What else? All right, so we're going to get into some ships that are currently not in game. Actually, let me slow down real quick. Let me slow down, because there are some ships that I forgot about. Some of the fan favorites. I mean, these are just the ships that I'm going off of right now, and like the gameplay that I like to do, and based on how I think people kind of play the game. I think most people who play are in the PvE. They're not really in the PvP. So this is just kind of like my starting lineup right here. But we're gonna add, the Andromeda into that mix. I think the Andromeda is an essential ship, and I also think the Taurus is gonna be an essential ship. You know what I'm saying? I think the CL is gonna be essential because of its shielding. You know what I'm saying? And also, shielding is important, guys. Like, these solar flares ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? I had two FR86s on my A2, and the solar flare took it down. I haven't tested it like on no smaller ship, but damn, it's just like you're gonna need something out there with some strong ass shields. That shit matters, bro. Like, when they said that matters, in the presentation for CitizenCon, they wasn't lying, bro. So if you ain't got a ship out there with shields, might as well give it up. We're going to add the ES in there. The ES, it has a bunch of shields on it, so we're going to put that one on here too. I'm going to add the Carrack on here just because it's a mobile med bed. I'm not going to add the 890 just because I think that, I know the 890 it's a bit OP on the shields and all that stuff too, but I feel like everything the 890 can do, the Carrack can also do, and it's cheaper. Like, if you're going out into Pyro, like, man, don't take an 890, take a Carrack, bro. It has a mobile med bed. You can respawn on it, You know what I'm saying? You can even put the Pisces inside. You could put some Furies inside. You could. I don't know if you can put a light fighter in here. I haven't really tried. But yeah, the Carrick essential. But don't be. Hey, listen to me. If you're taking a Carrick into Pyro, please don't solo it. Listen, Pyro is going to be a salt mine. I'm telling you guys right now. I already saw it in the playtest, bro. People calling people names like, bro, why the fuck did you kill me? And you killed me this and that. I'm just like, bro, there's no rules here, bro. There's no, like, who you gonna, like, most of the time, unless it's somebody in the ship and you get their name, you don't even know who killed you, bro. You just dead. So if you're gonna be out in Pyro, man, and you want the mobile med bed, you want a big cruise ship, Carrick all day, bro. Carrick over 890, bro. So we're gonna get into ships that are currently not in game, and now I'm talking about the capital class ships. I think the most essential capital class ship for Pyro for me is going to be the Kraken, bro. Where's the Kraken at? Can we get the Kraken in chat, bro? We got to get a Kraken to get a Kraken, bro. Like, straight up. This ship is going to be essential because when this ship comes into game, I know the Idris is coming in first, right? But when this ship comes into game, this is going to be one of the main ships that are going to be moving your light fighters around. So let's just say there's somebody out there with an org and they decide that they want to take over a moon, or not a moon, but a planet of Pyro, or even a moon for that matter. You know, they want to take over Pyro too. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be more effective for you to launch your crew or your organization from a carrier like this than everybody flying in, because like I said, like, man, there's no landing pads out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going to land to get fuel? Where are you going to land, you know, if your fighters need to come back and repair? And I'm not saying like the Kraken's going to have all these capabilities, but at least like it's a spot nearby that they can get back to. So Kraken gets it cracking for me and Pyro. The Idris also going to be highly valuable in Pyro. There's already like Idris missions that you can go destroy them and like all that kind of stuff. But I think when it comes to the org operations, having an Idris is going to be crucial to that, especially when they have like the big org events. And you know, I'm not sure what they're planning for. I don't know how to say this. I know how to say it. Okay, so I don't know how they're playing like their future big events or dynamic events for Star Citizen. Finally got it out, but having an Idris is just gonna make it that much sweeter. I don't know if they're gonna have like 9 Tails events. They're gonna have a blockade. They're gonna have big gangs fighting each other, and players can choose sides. So having the Idris, in my opinion, is going to be essential. And guys, when I start bringing out these capital class ships, I'm not trying to forget about the light fighters, because I'm going to assume the light fighters are going to launch, you know, from these bigger ships. The medium fighters, the heavy fighters, like, sure, but at the same time, it's just like, if you're in one of those ships, you're pretty much coming back to a station after every mission to get fuel again, because you're just not going to be able to be out and sustain that long. So that's why I'm not really including them in this type of list, just because they don't have much longevity in the game, right? And even like, you know, the Cutlass Blue and the Cutlass Red, we all know Cutlass ships are not great on fuel. So keep these things in mind as, you know, as we go along. Another essential ship that's going to be crucial for Pyro, I think, it's not really a capital class ship, but when the base building comes online, oh man. Where is it at? The Galaxy, man. The Galaxy is going to be, I know it's not capital, right? But this ship right here is going to be a crucial ship for Pyro. With its base building capabilities, this is a ship that people are really going to need. I forgot about it, but we got on it. And my last ship that I think is going to be crucial for Pyro is going to be the Polaris, because this thing is a capital class destroyer. So like I said, for the big org events, you know what I'm saying, these ships are going to be crucial. You can put a medium fighter in this thing. I saw in the video they had the Scorpius in there, but I probably wouldn't use a Scorpius. I'd probably see if I can stick a Lightning in there, something like that. Probably be a little bit better. Or if you can, if you're going after capital class ships, I'd probably put an Ion or an Inferno inside if it can fit. I know the Ion and Inferno are kind of big, but I think that ship's going to be important, especially as these capital ships come online to the game. And guys, that's been my time. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything, if I missed any ships. Let me know what ships you think are essential for Pyro, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.